What do you want to talk about?
Wrestling! And here!
Wrestling?
Why?
It's wrestling.
It's wrestling.
Why?
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Why not? Why not?
It's fake.
Fake? What the hell are you talking about? Fake? It's not fake.
Fake. Wrestling's not fake!
Okay, wrestling.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Ronald Ray here, your boy with a cornbread accent, welcoming you to Wrestling Gold Friday Night. How's everybody doing? Trying to play with the knobs a little bit. Had a little Christmas vacation, New Year's holiday vacation, however you want to call it. Took a little break. Still had a couple of videos I did put out. Wish I talked about it more last night. I guess I could have, but totally forgot about it. Did a top 5 WWE matches of the year, top 5 AEW matches of 2025. So check those out. Of course, check those out after this. But anyway, yes, welcome to Wrestling Gold Friday Night, where we talk about the good old days of professional wrestling, back when wrestling was wrestling and wrestling was real. Because damn it, it is still real to us. Yes, I kind of look like a bum. So yeah, it's Friday. Let's open up a cold one. Let me know what you drink. Join me in the chat and let me know what you're drinking. It could be adult beverage, children's beverage. If it's a juice box, hey, let me know. Cheers. But yeah, this is the first Wrestling Gold of 2026. And I will say again, hopefully everybody had a great holiday season with Christmas and whatever holiday you celebrate, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever, or Christmas, of course. And had a happy New Year. Hopefully, none of those good times involved bail money and hospital visits. Let's just say that. But yes, going to have a pretty good show for you today. Talking about a little history of professional wrestling, what happened on this day. Of course, today is January 9th. Short list of events, so that's going to be kind of good because what we have tonight is the historic world-class championship wrestling Christmas Star Wars. I believe it was 1982, with the infamous match between Kerry Von Erich versus Ric Flair steel cage match with a special referee, Michael Hayes. If you're into wrestling history, I think you know what happens there, but we will sit here and watch it and discuss it live tonight. So, couple apologies I got to do. First of all, if you live within an earshot of me and you heard somebody scream bloody murder, it was me. Because that's what happens when you jump in the shower and you get hit by cold water. Let me explain. Okay, so I guess got used to. So most showers got the little knob. You go either, you turn it on, and if it's a certain way, it's more cold than hot. So in the hotel I'm staying at, it's like here's the door, and there's the wall. Anything, if that knob is the further points towards the wall, the warmer the water is. Now at home, if the knob is point like towards my bathroom door, the further it points to my bathroom or the door to bathroom, the warmer it is. The opposite of that is cold. I guess I had a little brain fart and got used to having been in a hotel room, and I put my knob in my home bathroom towards the wall. Yeah. Um. Yes. Yeah. You talking about Webo's shriveling up and everything else? Yeah. And I screamed like a room full of little girls. So I do apologize about that. Uh, so yeah, that was the funny thing going home today. So yes, like I said, join me in the chat. Let me know what you're drinking, if you're drinking anything, soda, juice boxes, water. I'm gonna be drinking water too. Alcoholic beverages, adult beverages. Never mind, I'm not gonna say that. But so yeah, join me in the chat. Discuss anything besides. Let me know what you're drinking tonight. Let me know if any memories you have about tonight, or just shoot the shit. That's what we do here. Just a bunch of friends get together, shoot the shit. Talk about the sport of professional wrestling. Like I said, this is the fun show. Yeah, spot show can be fun too, but this is to me more entertaining because I love that old school wrestling. Let's see, what else got I get to? Oh yes, I got another apology to make, and it's to this gentleman right there here, Lloyd Allen 6497. I forgot to mention him last night on Spot Show. In case you don't know, I do a Wrestling Trivia Tuesday video every week. And one of my things I tell people is, hey, if you go 5 for 5, let me know in the comments, and I'll give you a shout out not only on the next week's Wrestling Trivia Tuesday, but on Spot Show live stream. I forgot. I guess trying to get everything kind of working in order, kind of get, back in the swing of things a little bit. I totally forgot to put the picture up, and therefore I totally forgot to. I remembered it like the day before and everything. It's like, oh, remember to put this up. Remember to put this up. Give the dude his flowers and give him the shout out. So yes, Mr. Lloyd Allen 6497. If you're watching this evening, congratulations for going 5 for 5. Give me a shout out. So is there anybody in the chat? Let me know and just making sure. And congratulate Mr. Lloyd Allen on going 5 for 5. The first person this concept of, hey, give me let me know and I give you a shout out under me doing that and do it, because before that I didn't. Before, I think I've had a couple people go for 5 for 5, and they've let me know, but I didn't have any live streams. And just one day I decided, hey, I got live streams, I got video. If you go 5 for 5, hey, let me know in the comments, and I'll give you a shout out. Hello, Brenda Watson. What is that, a peace sign? My eyes are still not that good. I do need to get my eyes checked. ZR6EK. Brenda Watson, ZR6EK. Sounds like a bad brand right there. But anyway, like I said, we are going to start off with the history of professional wrestling on this date in wrestling history. Let's get to it right now. On this date in 1973, Ox Baker defeated Dick Steinborn for the All-South Georgia Television Championship. Of course, if you didn't know, All-South was the Ann Gunkel promotion that ran opposite Georgia Championship Wrestling or the ABC booking office. This is during, I think this almost began of the you know, the wrestling war of Atlanta. You had Ann Gunkel and All South against the NWA and Georgia Championship Wrestling. And of course, everybody knows who won that one. Vince McMahon, 30 years later, 50 years later, or whatever. Let's see, yeah, 30 years later, I guess. A little less than 30 years later, because he wound up not only, sorry, I do go on a tangent sometimes. Not only did he kill Georgia Championship Wrestling, he also, when he came in and bought the Georgia Championship Wrestling time slot from Jim Barnett and the Briscoe brothers, but he also killed WCW when he bought WCW, two Atlanta wrestling promotions. He just bought and scooped up and after that. So if anybody does not like Vince McMahon, it's probably Atlanta wrestling fans. But WCW had their problems with before that. But anyway, back to the program here. Also on this date in 1973, Mark Lewin defeated Buddy Colt for the Southern title in Tampa, Florida. The Southern title was the top championship in the Florida territory. And of course, everybody remembers Mark Lewin. I guess Mark Lewin was just regular Mark Lewin at this point. Sometimes went by Maniac Mark Lewin, Big Star in the Detroit territory. Then in the 80s, came back to Florida and became the Purple Haze with Kevin Sullivan. All right, on this date, 1975, Les Thatcher and Nelson Royal defeated Dutch Mantell, bad motherfucker, and John Foley for the Tennessee Tag Team titles in Knoxville, Tennessee. Also, Ron Wright, somehow screwed that up here. Ron Wright defeated Ron Fuller by disqualification, and Jerry Lawler defeated Jim Kent. On this date in 1978, at the Mid-South Coliseum in Memphis, Tennessee, drawing 8,763 people, Frankie Lane, the Medic, and Sonny Keene defeated Plowboy Frazier, Bearcat Brown, and Ed Fluckert. Doug Gilbert, not the brother of Eddie Gilbert, but another Doug Gilbert, defeated Dr. D. Davis Schultz. The Alaskan defeated Robert Gibson. North American champion Mr. Wrestling, who was portrayed by Dick Styborn, we just mentioned him, defeated Big Red. Bill Dundee and Norville Lawson defeated Phil Hickerson and Dennis Condrey to win the Southern Tag Team Championship. Jimmy Valiant with Frankie Lane defeated Jerry Lawler with Bill Dundee in a white flag match. And last but not least, on this date in 1995, we had a double title switch here. We had Tommy Rich and Doug Gilbert defeat PG-13, JC Ice and Wolfie D. JC Ice, of course, the son of Bill Dundee, to win the USWA Tag Team titles. Then there was an immediate rematch where PG-13 defeated Tommy Rich and Doug Gilbert to regain the USWA Tag Team Championship. I guess Memphis, you can say Memphis, I almost did it first. I know, man, WCW used to do it a lot. Somebody win a championship, then later on the show, they either regain it or defend it again and lose it to somebody. I hated it when they did that. Excuse me. And that concludes today in wrestling history. Cheers. So yeah, like I said, a short. Ooh, might have to. Beer's not tasting too good today. So another thing, if you're not watching this live, or you're watching the replay, whatever you want to call it, again, hit me up in the comments. Let me know any memories you have, what you're drinking, what you're doing, or hey, if you're a normal everyday drinker, beer snob, whatever, give me a good beer recommendations or whiskey recommendations, and I can try those during our live chats here on Friday nights. Let's see what else can I talk about here. Stall a little bit of time. Let's see here. While I'm at it too, let me go ahead and get the link here to tonight's watch along. Joe King for 9819. Okay, that's getting annoying. I need to quit doing that. All right, come on now. Mountain or Diet Mountain Dew. Yeah. I never was big on diet drinks. I tried them all. Diet Coke, yeah. Diet Mountain Dew, eh. Diet Dr. Pepper, oh. Now, I don't know if I explained this before. I used to be a whole lot bigger than I am now. I was almost 300 pounds. I'm not saying I'm Mr. Universe now and a beacon of health or anything, but I'm probably about I float around 230, 240 right now, but that's a little bit better, I think. I know I've talked about this before the doctor visit. She still called me a fat ass, but beside the point. I went on a keto diet. Me and a coworker did, and one thing you can't really drink was sodas or sweet tea. So I got what I would drink. See, I told you I have a cornbread accent. I'm from the South. That's how we talk down here. But anyway, I got what I would drink. Gatorade Zero, and now I think Gatorade Zero tastes better than regular Gatorade. But there was a time where I did try out Coke Zero. Coke Zero, at time wasn't so bad. I did try Cherry Coke Zero. It was okay. But then, I got what I did drink Sprite Zero. Sprite Zero and regular Sprite pretty much does taste the same. I will vouch for that. But the other diet drinks, not so much. Not so much. So anyway, is everybody ready to do a little watch along here? Going to Dallas, Texas. Let me get my shit together also. Gotta read my phone upside down. There we go. So yeah, this is the Christmas Star Wars 1982. Whenever you folks are ready, let me know. I'll do a little countdown, and those you watch live, like I said, it is right there in the chat. The link to the watch along, and I'm probably gonna gripe about one thing if they do it. If they don't do it, but anyway, while everybody's getting ready, let's take a pause here for a quick commercial break. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Ronald Ray here, your boy with a cornbread accent. If you made it this far in the video, you're having fun, You folks know what to do. Everybody says this, so let's go through the whole routine. If you enjoy it, click on that like button. Also, leave me a comment. Give me your opinions on anything I talk about tonight. Ask questions, or just drop a friendly hello. That's always cool as well. Also, if you enjoy listening to a fan, just like you folks at home, talk about the sport of professional wrestling, be a champ, click on that subscribe button. Now, back to our program. Oops. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate y'all joining me tonight again. Little commercial break there. So, I did have a chit chat this afternoon with some family and friends about. See, I mean, I don't know if I explained it right last night. What I was going to do is, like I said, get DoorDash, bring me food. Then as I'm doing a watch along, talk about the matches or taking place on the watch along and eat something. And probably talk about if the food's good, not good, as I'm talking about wrestling. And like I said, I would have to use DoorDash because I'm not going to let food sit for, let's just say, 2-3 hours before I eat it. But, I kind of thought about it too, and it's like, man, I'm going to have to do DoorDash. That's going to be an extra cost. Ugh. And like I said, I'm not monetized yet, so I'll probably visit that situation later, maybe. But then they kept talking. My sister actually was talking to me. It's like, why don't you do just food videos where you eat something and talk about it? And of course, I sit there and say, for one thing, it's like I'm a dude. It's hard. It's hard enough to get an audience being a dude, especially a not so attractive dude. Second of all, like I said, I'm not a female, flat chested, no ass, ugly feet. So it's an uphill battle from there on. And of course, she sends me to videos and they were short videos. I think either Facebook or the little shorts from Facebook or TikTok type videos, and where two different ladies were sitting in a car, and one of them ate like a double fish sandwich from McDonald's and was talking about it. The other one was another lady, eating Steak and Shake. And first of all, I forgot that lady's name, but either you don't have good taste buds or never had a good burger, or you're freaking lying. I used to love Steak and Shake, but I don't know. I had Steak Shake one last time a couple years ago, and it was just god awful. Just awful. But anyway, I digress. So, but I felt like saying this, like, and one of the things too, because they asked me, it's like, you ever watch food videos? It's like, well, I've watched food challenge videos that people put on, and I know a lot of guys do that. I mean, I don't know them personally, but some of them are guys. There is a couple, females who have do the food challenges or world-renowned, I guess, competitive eaters. Female, and they're attractive, but there is males to that, and they can put away a lot of food very quickly. But yeah. So, and there's the thing too, is like, I, like I said before, I am kind of hefty, but I cannot do no food challenge. I would fit if you want. I don't think I get an audience of I don't think anybody really wants to see somebody fail food challenges constantly. I mean, it's one of the. I mean, because it's a rarity. Some of these competitive eaters fail a food challenge, but more likely than not, like this, there's one called Beer versus Food. I don't know how tall the guy is, but dude's about that big around from England, and I seen him put away like two country fried steaks covered with gravy, two hefty sides. I forgot what the sides were at the time. With I think one of them was like mashed potatoes with gravy, and a big salad, a big cinnamon roll, and like less than 15 minutes, I think it was, or less than at least it was at least less than 20 minutes. And then what's on the dessert menu? That sounded a little Australian, didn't it? But um, but yeah, I was like, I can't do food challenges. And of course, the two videos she sends me is females discussing food, and it's like, you know, it's like, yeah, they're females. Dudes will dudes will watch, and other females will watch, because it's like, oh, let's see what these girls think of these foods, and guys are just be like, oh, you know, uh, yeah, I totally will hang out with this chick, and watch her eat food all day, but it's like, yeah, you kind of missed a point there. But anyway, Joe King says make short videos about food while you're out of town, but not on your wrestling videos. Yeah, I mean I could do that. I could rate microwave dinners. Okay. I could do that. You know, which grocery store has the best, deli chicken? Or um I don't know, I do okay, sometimes for lunch I make the night before like a Mexican tuna salad, which is really good. It's tuna with mayo, uh, like little chopped tomatoes, little chopped onions, corn, and just a little bit. The Mexican who introduced me to this said, "Hey, amigo, just a little bit. Don't be a crazy gringo. A little bit of jalapeno, not a whole lot." Uh, on the go food shorts. I don't know. It's something I'll think about it. Like I said, when I was first thinking about maybe doing it on here, it's like, okay, this would be kind of a good way to at least eat something and not feel so weak and tired by whatever time. But uh, it's all great. Like I said, I'll think about some other time because, like I said, it's gonna be for me to even do it on here. Will be something. I mean, I guess I could do that if I was, uh, mm, yeah, traveling early on a Monday, eating a honey bun or whatever, or microwave uh, Jimmy John's chicken biscuit, or not chicken. Well, sometimes chicken biscuit. Most of the time, sausage biscuit. Um, but anyway, and there is that other little factor. It's like I don't know if I'm comfortable eating in front of people and talking. It's like this match here in 1985. Anyway, let's get to some wrestling. All right, I think I stalled enough time. So anyway, going to count it down. The link is on the chat there. I keep forgetting to put the link in the comments, but one day I might remember. But anyway, so here we go. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press play. Whoops. Now. Oops. making sure y'all don't hear that. Just hear me. Because this is from the WWE Vault. Will this be a ladies' $10,000 pole match? Boom, 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 boom. So yeah, we got the Freebirds, Michael Hayes, Terry Gordy, Buddy Rogers, Mike Sharp, Ben Sharp. I didn't get the last name. So yeah, I guess Bill Mercer's like, hey, I'm dialing in my inner Abraham Lincoln with his beard here. So the late great David Von Erich talking, Kevin there. God dang, I mean, because Kevin was what 6'1". Freaking Dave was a tall motherfucker. And of course, if you notice, right now, Von Erichs and Freebirds, they're friends. All is good in the world. Everybody's friends. Yeah, I think that's pretty much the reason why. Again, I say you gotta love classic '80s wrestling with their themes. Oh man, so we didn't get to hear Bass Street. And I say, well, World Class did this a lot. Let fans kind of go up to the apron there and let everybody sign autographs, or let the fans get autographs. So yeah, that's Mike Sharp, Iron Mike Sharp, Canadian's uh, most famous athlete. I think he tried to claim it one time. Oh, so Buddy Roberts is not there. Yes, the cleanest. Yeah, I forgot who told that story about yeah, Mike Sharp loved taking showers. Pretty much the opposite of Mick Foley and Vader. Oh, Tom Fields. Is that what he said, Tom Fields? What the shit are they doing? Yeah, Ben Sharp, Mike Sharp. Yeah, Mike Sharp was the opposite of Mick Foley and Van Vader. Mick Foley, I guess he would take showers but put on dirty clothes back on. It's like, dude, that kind of defeats the purpose of taking a shower, don't it? Oh, we got two referees here. So Mike Sharp, when he's excuse me, in independence and stuff like, or not independence, but most of the other territories, he'll get decent little pushes here and there. But when he got to the WWF, he was pretty much a enhancement talent, used as enhancement talent. Had the big brace on his arm. Of course, he ain't got it on here, but an old Bronco Luvich. I don't know who the other referee is, but legendary Bronco Luvich as the referee. That's probably about the fastest you'll see him move the whole night in every match he wrestles. Oh no, don't fall for the old shake my hand trick. So yeah, this time right here, they're starting to groom David for he's been wrestling other territories and kind of grooming him to be a future world champion. That's Ben Sharp. I guess Ben and Mike are brothers. And here comes big old Terry Gordy. Whomping, stomping, walking destruction. Did I say that phrase right? Yeah, Bronco, he's not going to lay flat down. He'll kneel to do his counts. And there we go. We got a 30-minute suplex. Some some people call it the Stalin suplex. On the video games, they call it Stalin suplex, but I call it the 30-minute suplex. Hey, Bronco again, they're doing a little cheating in there. And in case you wonder what how Michael Hayes gets his athletic body, that's 100% pure Jack Daniels and T-bone steaks. I don't know. Michael's getting pretty good shape right here. Not big and muscle bound, but yes, the Freebirds were fueled with Jack Daniels and I would say T-bone steaks. They're in Texas. Of course they're gonna have steaks. Oh, he missed that tag. Come on. Well, they did explain that Buddy Roberts was in a snowstorm in Atlanta. Yeah. I don't know, but at least you can tell. I mean, even Mike Sharp there. I mean, I want to say he's the not the Ricky Steamboat built at the time or Lex Luger built later on, but You can definitely tell Sharp did spend some time in a gym. But he goes to Tim Hortons, eh? I said, no, brother. Do you know who you are? We're freaking Freebirds. Why ain't you following no? Okay, we'll fall for that. Uh, I don't know if that's Kim Mintel or I thought he said like Tom Fields or something like that. That's why I was sitting there going Tom Fields never because I think the whole point is like Sharp and the other guys supposed to be Canadian. Oh, Ben Sharp. I think they say like Tom. The other guy was Tom Fields. Yes, Tom. Yeah, I think that's what he said. I kind of do got my volume down a little bit. I got just enough so I can hear it. Oh, hey, he's like, look here, Tom Fields. I ain't gonna take no more of this crap from you. The fuck? Get your nuts out of my face. Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't really tell you much of anything about Tom Fields. Is he saying Steele or Fields? Uh-oh. No, I don't see Tom Fields or Tom Steeles or whatever his name is. I don't even think he's in the Canadian Stampede Hall of Fame. Uh-oh, here we go. Oh, Mike. All right, if this was WWE, that'll be over now. Oh, nope. Mike Hayes said, nope, not today, brother. I mean, Mike Sharp. Mike Sharp was solid hand. I mean, not the. You're not gonna put Mike Sharp in the Bobby Eaton category, but as far as like guy looks like he spent some time in the gym and okay, so his name is Tom Steele. Either way, who fucking cares? Like I said, I don't think he'll be going into the Canadian Sports Hall of Fame anytime soon or WWE Hall of Fame. Uh-oh. I wonder if Tony Khan ever watched this match. Oh, let's see. I don't think he might have watched it before, but I don't think some people in his roster probably watched this match, and if they did watch it, they didn't learn anything from it. Because you gotta understand that Michael Hayes is like selling. And I say this about unlike some of the people in the AEW roster, I don't think some of them are even tall enough to ride a roller coasters. I know that was bad joke. I'm sorry. I apologize. I was just trying to be funny. Oops. There we go. I don't know why I ended up back up there. Missed a big elbow. Still miss and hit nothing but turnbuckle. Uh-oh. He is in there. He's big. He's pissed. He's ready to fight. You've been beating up on my You've been beating up on my brother. Oh. Corey's like, you son of a bitch, you shouldn't have moved. Yeah, Gory was freaking good. All right, here we go. All 6 man in the ring. S.A. Pierce, Sixer here. Well, there's some things that don't change. There's that big knee. 1, 2, 3. Of course, this is Texas. This is Von Erich country, so you know you gotta have the Von Erich get the pin. Oh, I used to love Gordy and Steve Dr. Death Williams matches. Hmm. And that's a good baby face thing to do. It's like, look, I filled in for you guys, but help y'all win. Got the pin, but guess what? I'm because we're all such good friends here. I'm just gonna go ahead and make sure, when Buddy does get back, he will have the, my third of the my 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 part of the tax trap. Oh, David Manning. Oh yeah. Yeah, maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll grow up and grow some facial hair. Nice. Yes, nothing like watching classic wrestling and having the original music. That's one thing I can't stand about some of the videos that WWE puts out, the classic stuff. It's like they don't have the original music. I know it's copyright. I don't know. Should I go for the Abraham Lincoln or the Burt Reynolds look? Ah, the spoilers in there. Bundy. There's your Kim Mantell. Oh, Bugsy McGraw. Jose Lothario, the man who trained Shawn Michaels. And of course, Brian Adias, the childhood friend of Kerry Von Erich and the Von Erich. I think he was more best friends with more. I think he was more childhood friends with Kerry. I guess they were in the same grade and all that. Fritz is back there saying, who in the hell, what in the tarnation's here? I can't do a good Fritz Von Erich right now. I have to work on it. Who in the world booked this shit? Some complicated shit. Let's do a fucking battle royal. Put one of my boys in there and let them win it. Yep. Yep. Let's see. What was it? I guess it was 5 or 6 years after this. Brian Diaz turned heel against Von Erichs and started teaming with Al Madrill. Oh, David's in this match too. See, just put my boy in there. Go in there, whooping boy. And yes, that is the original spoiler, Joe Dardine. Oh, Frank Dusek. Wild Bill ain't gonna put over that shit. Oh shit! First guy's eliminated is David Von Erich. David's probably look. I'm good. I just wrestled one match. Okay, the Magic Dragon there. Okay, remember, gosh, probably a couple months ago we watched a Mid Atlantic watch along TV, and there was a person there who called himself the Great Kabuki, but was obviously not the Great Kabuki. Anyway, that same Kabuki is the Magic Dragon right here. Oh, Captain Frank Dusek? Is he was he a member of the varsity club? There you go. Probably one of the worst drop kicks in the world. Eliminates a drop kick to the ass. Eliminates King Kong Bundy. Well, there goes old. I think that's old Ben Sharp, the legendary Ben Sharp. Checkmate. Of course, the world, the 15-time world class wrestling chess champion of the world. This wasn't his kind of forte match anyway. He plays chess. That's why he's got the name Oh man, boo. Which I mean, spoiler wasn't doing much in this match. I mean, body language right there, just he was already like, oh fuck this shit. Oh man, they eliminate Wild Bill Irwin. Well, I don't know. I was, I'd almost want to say old Brian Diaz since he's a friend of the Von Erichs. That looked pretty smooth. Gotta give him hats off to that one. Now was I think Gary Hart was still the booker at this point, wasn't he? I think it was after the I think it was after the feud started is when Gary Hart left and Mantel became the booker. Ah, look at there. That would become tag team part or future tag team champions teaming up in this little battle royal here. So okay, so Kim Mantel was a booker at this point. Yeah, because I think it was I thought it was Gary Hart the was still the booker, but I think this is maybe his last night being the booker. Because I think he, if I remember correctly, he said he booked up. He was the booker up until um this night, or at least a couple nights after this. Okay. Kind of late to jump. Should have jumped up there as they were fighting. Oh no 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 no! Yeah, you might be right. Mantell might win this thing. I'll be damned. I guess this is the first match he booked. So yep. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking maybe at least Brian Diaz. Must be intermission time. Yep, he knows the 80s when you got a security guard right there smoking a cigar. Yeah, nothing says 80s more than people smoking inside of a building, but multiply that times 10 when you got somebody smoking inside of a building, smoking a cigar. Oh, he got him in a sneaky sleeper. Damn. That had to be a hard night for Ric Flair. Well, I imagine they would have the lights on, at least on the cage. Damn, that probably was a pretty good match. Flair and Taylor. Now, yeah, this is Flair's first reign as world champion. Yeah, because it's 1982. Trying to see, I think he dropped it to back to Harley Race officially. Back in the day. The original 10 pounds of gold. Nice. God dang. That's that's the life of a babyface wrestler in the 80s. Especially Kerry Von Erich in Texas. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of just noticed that the scene Kerry just reach up there. Yeah, I mean, kind of think about it now. It's like with everything that happened, him going to WWF and everything, what if he'd have gotten, if that motorcycle accident didn't happen and he lost his foot, if he could have had like a little bit better career in WWF. Now, I kind of forget here. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of wondering. I don't know if I'm pretty sure he does bleed in this match, but I wonder if Flair kept the blade in his trunks because the tape he's got around his fingers is kind of thin. And see, this is the way basically the even though they did say no disqualification, the main point of the cage match was to keep the wrestlers inside the ring, no outside interference. But they still had the some of the rules say, hey, get off the ropes, rope break, blah blah blah. They kind of smarten up about that now. If it's no disqualification match and a wrestler trying to grab the rope, break out of a hole, they say, hey, it's a no disqualification. Kind of waste your time there. So at least they smarten up on that end, but mm, Michael Hayes telling David Manning, said, look, Manny, I'm full of Jack and Coke, and I don't mean Coca-Cola either. I'm ready to referee this match. Oh, he got back in that sneaky sleeper. Will he tap out? No, I'm just kidding. It's a sleeper hole, so he's trying to put him to sleep. It's not about, tapping out here. Trying to put him to sleep. It's like, go to sleep. Go to sleep. Player's like, nah. It's not kamikaze time yet, brother. Oh, he's trying to go for that claw now. Elbow. That was an elbow to the jaw there, Billy Mercer. Yeah, I did not know Bill Mercer was one of the I guess Dallas reporters that reported on JFK's assassination. I did not know that. Well, I didn't know it till Mercer passed away. That was a 4 count. Just kidding. Well, I mean, technically, oh, here we go. And is that? And there he goes. Still wondering where Flair put the blade at. I think it's raining. But yeah, this is kind of a staple Ric Flair match right here. Got a little color here. Nice working on the leg. Setting up that patented figure four. He's like, not today, brother. That figure four ain't gonna work for me today, brother. He's not gagging again, is he? That's not a, that's not good. There he goes. There's a figure four. Shoulders on the mat. Now, if he turns it over, that'll reverse the pressure. And there's a moon over Dallas. That was a kind of a staple, especially for Ric Flair cage matches. Not every cage match, but I know there's an infamous one where there's a match between Ric Flair and Ronnie Garvin at the Omni, and multiple people who were there told me about it. Told me about that time that it's like, yeah, Ric Flair trying to escape the cage, and Ron Garvin just pulled his freaking trunks down. We've seen everything. We've seen Ric Flair's bare ass. And he's just like, I ain't pulling his britches up. I ain't pulling his drawers up. Yeah, I remember that one too. The Bash tape I seen. So yeah, that kind of started to become a staple of Ric Flair matches. Like, yep, let everybody see my bare ass. That's a Nature Boy's ass right there. That's the ass of the NWA World Champion. And we got that claw hold. Uh-oh. This ain't good. And here's where the trouble starts. Yeah. Yeah, at least he didn't show everybody the helicopter. He's like, man, I'm not going to. You cheated. I seen you hit him. I'm not going to win that way. It's like, come on, man. What's your problem? Bam. And here it comes. Bam. And that's how the legendary Freebirds Von Erich's feud starts. And just like that, Fans on cue start to boo. They're getting pissed. They're got a fan already ready to fight. You see that? You got security. You got police officers there. Fans are say, all right, we're ready to go now. We're ready to beat up some Freebirds. It's cost Kerry Von Erich the world title. Damn. So yeah, that's the official finish right there. Well, besides get his bell rung, I guess he was glossy eyed, couldn't continue. So anyway, so basically, still doing anything not to really pin a Von Erich, but had to keep him fighting. But then wound up, spin around doing that discus punch. I guess that made him a little dizzy, especially after gets bell rung by getting a door slammed on his head. He must have said some dirty words. And see, that's how you do a heel turn. You start a feud. People sitting there thinking, oh, okay, yeah, Kerry's going to win the night. Kerry's going to win the night. He's got their friend Michael Hayes in there. It's in the cage. Nobody can interfere. No disqualification. That means Ric Flair can't get himself disqualified. And therefore, Kerry's going to win. Von Erich's going to bring home the World Heavyweight Championship. But so not Hayes got a little hot about something. And after that, the Von Erichs and the Freebirds will go on to draw nothing but money in Dallas. Sold out arenas. Every night they face each other. For what, about year, maybe? Something like that. Trying to think. Let's see. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, kind of surprising. I guess shouldn't be surprising since we do know now that Kim Mantell became the booker after this, and I guess this job was kind of easy. Just kind of, hey, Freebirds, Von Erichs, y'all just go at it. Let's see. Oops. Trying to look on the Google machine here. So I mean, yeah, they good couple years. I mean, they had even had matches in the 1984. So they kind of, because I think the Freebirds will leave a little, for a short bit, then come back, then reignite the feud, then of course, I guess it was what 87, 88 ish, something like that. Um, Michael Hayes got the Freebirds had broken up before that. Hayes was wrestling mostly in NWA, WCW. He was there, I guess, in between when the Crockett's sold to Ted Turner, and he was teaming with Jimmy Garvin. They didn't really at that time call themselves the Freebirds yet, but Jimmy Garvin was like always, even in World Class and all that, kind of like an unofficial member because a lot of times in World Class, he'll be in there, you know, if Buddy was doing something or Terry was in Japan, he would Jimmy Garvin would team with Michael or Buddy or Michael and Terry. So he's always an unofficial member, but at this time, like I said, it was, I mean, they were still doing this, the tapings in the studio of WTBS. Then something happened. I guess Hayes no showed or was late or something like that. Got fired. Uh, Buddy and Terry was already in Texas, and they, like I said, it's about '88. So they made Terry and Buddy made Iceman King Parsons like a third member. Called him the Blackbird. Then he would go on form a tag team called the Blackbirds with Brickhouse Brown, but I digress on that. But then Michael Hayes came back. And it's like, okay, we're gonna get the Freebirds back together, but Hayes wound up saying, no, I'm not part of this. Because they also had the Angel of Death with them, and it wound up being basically Freebirds. And I think Terry left, stayed in Japan, and Buddy wound up managing the Samoan SWAT team against Michael Hayes and Steve Cox for a long time. I think Kerry and Kevin was kind of in and out, whatever. Not really out, but not Kerry. Yeah, Kerry was still there. Kerry was the world class heavyweight champion. And of course, he held that title until Super Clash, which Michael Hayes was. So yeah, it's around '88 because Super Clash 3 was '88, where they had the Jerry Lawler, Kerry Von Erich, that deal. But yeah, Texas was down at the time, and they try to bring the Freebirds back, probably trying to reignite that feud and draw some houses, but don't think it quite worked. But yeah, that feud lasted a long time. Like I said, I just kind of Googled it and they showed a few videos. Any videos, being dated like 84, and it's like, wow, 82 to 84. That's a good long time to feud with somebody. And they almost kind of based it on like a college football rivalry. How you got Georgia versus Alabama, or especially SEC teams. I mean, let's face it, they they love beating each other. So, or yeah, those games are usually pretty intense. Or you still got the not really in-state rivalries, but basically try to make it seem like a college football rivalry, and not, well, somewhat family ties, but basically Georgia versus Texas. So you'll see the Freebirds come out with a Georgia flag at the time, and then of course Von Erichs had the Texas flag, and so they kind of based a little bit off of, kind of was inspired by stuff like that. But like I said, pretty good stuff, pretty good feud. Like I said, historic angle there. Like I said, after that they drew nothing but money for at least 2 years in Texas, feuding with each other. But anyway, well, I think that about wraps it up for me tonight. The first Wrestling Gold Friday night of 2026. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Catch us next week, or catch me next week. Not sure what I have planned. Going to look into stuff and see what seems interesting. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. But yeah, like I said, check this out. Check out my other videos. And if you're not watching this live, of course, hit me up in the comments. Tell me what you think. Other than that, you folks have a good one. Take it easy. And until next time.
So long from the peach state of Georgia.
Ronald Ray here, saying thank you for checking out my video. If you don't mind, go ahead and click that thumbs up button, leave a comment, and share this video with family and friends. I would also appreciate it if you would subscribe to RP2 Vision, where I cover the sport of professional wrestling from yesterday to today. Now, don't forget to click the notification bell as well, so you'll be notified when my other weekly content is available, like Wrestling Trivia Tuesday, WWE Raw Recap, and AEW Dynamite Recap. I also have 2 live streams. Every Thursday at 8 p.m., it's Spot Show Live Stream, where I discuss the latest news in professional wrestling. And on Friday nights at 8 o'clock p.m., it's Wrestling Gold Friday Night, where I discuss the good old days of professional wrestling. When wrestling was wrestling, wrestling was real, because it's still real to us. Folks, have a good one, and take it easy.